So in this video I'm going to show you how you can programmatically send transactions only using JavaScript and this, the Ethereum API that you get from basically the Metamask global object. So if you go up here, we're going to make the exact same transaction you would do if you just were to use Metamask and just click on send and type in the address, etc. And to do this, if you didn't know how you would do this, you just go to this docs, Ethereum docs, or ETH dot this site, and then search for send transaction into this JSON RPC. This is the API we're using. So let's click on send transaction, see where this takes us, and let's see what this how to send transactions. Basically, this is the method we're using. So let's go to our project. We're continuing on from the previous videos, so if you're not familiar with this project. And to start things off, to kick things off, we're going to add another button that's going to send a transaction. So we're going to call this send transaction. And also the name of the function will also be send transaction, so they're matching. So let's copy this function name, go up here into the index.js and create a function. And don't forget, this is going to be, or let's just add this in a variable. Let's call it send transaction. I think this is the way to go, or let's just do it this way because we want to be consistent. Let's do it like so, async function, let's call it send transaction. And in here what we want to do is we want to of course access this window.ethereum object, then say request, and then inside this curly parentheses we're going to use a method, and we're using the ETH send transaction method. So let's copy this, and also here we need to set some parameters for the transaction. And when I say send transaction, we're not really sending the transaction on behalf of the user, but we're just creating the transaction data, like how much ether he's willing to send, what is the recipient address, what's the gas price, as you will see later. We're just setting up the parameters, and the user himself will allow or reject this transaction. So you cannot send transaction on the user's behalf. I mean, I think you can, but you need to have the private key here, and I showed you how to do that actually in a previous video. So let's create our parameters. Let's say let params say equal to, and then this is going to be again an array. And why how do I know this? Well, you can just see here what's happening. Actually, we need to provide an object, so let's just copy all of this, let's paste it here. This is the from address, this is from who we're sending. And if I go up here, let's take our from address, and because this account has a lot more ether, let's just copy its address, paste it here into the from, and let's go to our other account and paste it here. We want to send 0.1 ether, so here we have the gas, and we are working with hexadecimal strings here, but it's not really convenient for us. So let's see how we can let's say I want to pay 21,000 of gas, and this is how much gas we're paying, and each of these 21,000 gas units has a price, and this is one gas price unit, and this is going to be, let's just say 25 mil. Should it be 25 mil? Let's go ahead and put it. Let's say this is going to be the 2.5 million, and these are just estimations. You can go ahead and go to the gas station and see how much these are on average. And here we need to specify this as a hexadecimal number. So, and you can do that in JavaScript if you just cast this to number, and then this number has a function called toString, and here you can provide on how much decimals, and since this is hexadecimal you just provide 16, and we're going to do exactly that with this number. And here we don't really need this data parameter because this is used when you interact with smart contracts, and here we're just sending a transaction. So here in the value field, what we need in the key value pair, you need to specify how much way how you want to send. And remember, for the previous video, way is the smallest unit of measurement of ether. So if you want to send, let's say 1 ether, let's just go to the converter. So I went ahead and just went to this converter, and if we want to send 1 ether, it's going to be this much way, and we need to specify this in way. So let's copy this. Let's just send 1 ether, and again we're going to, this is going to be a number, and it's going to be toString, and we're going to say 16. So let's see if this works. So we have these parameters here. We're just going to paste them here. Say let params equal to this. Also here we want to catch this error, so let's provide again, this is basically the standard things we were doing in the previous videos. And also this, and we should put a wait keyword in front, and we're going to save all of this in a result variable. So I'm going to save this, go to my website, or just run it first of all with this live server extension. Let's pull up this inspection, or actually we don't need to. Let's see if first of all our Metamask is connected. So it is. Let's see if this account is connected, since we're going to send the transaction from this account. Click on send transaction, and as you can see, Metamask pops up and asks the user how much, if he wants to make this transaction. So they want to send 1 ether to this account here on the ring B, and you can just confirm or reject the message. So let's click on confirm, and if I go up here into MetaMask now, let's see, I have a pending transaction. Let's go up here, view and block explorer, and let's see if our transaction is successful. And as you can see, the transaction was actually a little slow, so I sped it up. As you can see, it was successful, and now in this account I have only 4.8 ether, so that's one less that we had previously. And in this account, as you can see, we have 1.3 ether instead of the 0.3 we had previously.